I'm skipping 6A. We'll come back and do that problem in a second. Yes. We're going to go to 6B quickly. Here's an easy way for us to design problems to see if you know how to do an expansion without making you do all the work. And so this one is saying, take the binomial, which is 4x minus y, raise it to the 10th power. So we're not asking you to expand it out, all 11 terms. I'm specifically looking for the one that has x squared and y to the 8th. Right? So, 4x negative y 10c something. I know it's a 10c something because that's the outside exponent, right? Okay. There's my first part of the binomial and the second part. How are you going to get 4x to be something x squared? What are you going to do? It's got to be squared. So 4x squared. If that's a 2, what's the outside number on the negative y? It has to be 8. Why does it have to be 8? Those two numbers have to add up to 10 always in this problem. 10c what? This has to be an 8. Why? Because this number always matches the top right number. So, somebody with the calculator out. What's 10c8?
45.
16x squared y to the 8th. The negative y to the even power will be positive y. So now, what's 45 times 16? X squared y to the 8th. Now, that is one of 11 terms. Right? On the exam, my expectation is that you guys are not writing out all 11 terms. I will not take points away, but what happens is when students do that, well, you run out of time on the exam. And so this particular exam, I won't let you do extra time. Because if you're spending, find the arithmetic geometric, find the 25th term in a sequence, and you're sitting on there writing out all 25 terms, do the expansion, you write out all 11, you're wasting your own time. Use the math to speed up the problem. All right, you're going to find the 5th term with somebody sitting near you. Do the same work, but the 5th term. Now, some of you may do, let me just do this one with you. The 5th term, x to the 12th, x to the 11th, x to the 10th, x to the 9th, x to the 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're talking about the 5th term, right? Others might start with your NCR, and you might go 12C0, 12C1, 12C2, 12C3, 12C4. So you do either one of these to kind of get the ball rolling. So it'll be 12C something, x raised to some power, negative 2y also raised to some power. So you guys are thinking right here. You don't have to do both of those. You just, once you plug one of them in, the rest of the numbers will fall into place. Trey, do you know what this number is?
Is it 4?
Robin, do you know what this number is?
4.
Jack, what's this number?
8.
Right. Remember, those two exponents on the outside have to add up to 12 at all times.
Oh, you were right.
I'm going to give you about 30 seconds on your calculator, get that all multiplied out, and get the final term. Calculus back there, what'd you get?
7,920.
No.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, what you doing?
495.
We're not 5.
I wanted the final answer, but this is 495.
Yes.
X to the 8th. Negative 2 to the 4th is positive 16. Y to the 4th. Okay, what's my final answer?
7,920.
7,920. X to the 8th. Y to the 4th.
Calculus.
No, do number 8 on your own. On your own. No help. Don't look at anybody, don't talk to anybody, don't touch anybody.
Thank you.
20,000 x cubed y squared is your final answer. We have to go back and do the there. We're taking x squared plus 3, raise it to the 12th power. I do not want to have to write out 12 of these things, multiply them out. I don't want to have to expand it to get 13 terms. What they're saying is they want the one that has x to the 10th power in it. So they're asking us for the coefficient. What's really saying is find that term inside the expansion that is x to the 10th power. So the outside exponent is a 12. We're going 12c something. I'm going to have x squared, and I'm going to put a 3 there. So that's how we start out every one of these when we find the terms. This is what it looks like. There's 3 parts. There's a coefficient, the first part of the binomial, and the second part of the binomial. On your own, do not help anybody, do not look at anybody. Quickly, try to put the numbers in. I would suggest not multiplying it out. Just put the numbers in right now. Anybody willing to tell me what they did? An 8, a 5, and an 8. People agree or disagree? You should agree.
Way to go, Lindsay.
Here's why. Here's why. I bet a lot of you put a 10 up here.
So you just did something.
Well, usually students put a 10 right there because they want x to the 10th. But what would happen then is you'd have x squared to the 10th power. What do you do with stacked exponents? When we stack them up,
Multiply them.
you multiply. So right now I have x to the 10th right there. And that's what we want. So you do need to put the 5 there. So the rule that we will use, if the binomial has a few what I would refer to as inside exponents, start there and say, okay, how do I get x squared to be to the 10th power? So I stack it with a 5. What's 12c 8? 12c 8?
495.
495.
Wait, that sounds.
What's 3 to the 8th power?
6,561.
What?
6,561.
6,561?
Yeah.
Just
495 times 6,591 or whatever. 3 million. 245,000.
47.
47.
No, 247.
come on. I heard 47.
47 myself.
Do it in your head.
247 x to the 10th.
95.
695 is the last slide.
Oh my
Hang on.
Oh.
It's supposed to be a 7. That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Here's your answer. I don't know what whoever was reading.
Why
Seven.
is? It's completely wrong.
She said 7. It's a 7.
So what's wrong? What's wrong with our problem?
Doesn't equal 12.
Doesn't equal 12. I was gonna say something. You messed this up.
I didn't mess it up.
Who said 8?
I'm not gonna blame who it was, but
Wait, who was it? So,
Lindsay.
that number needs to be a 7. This number needs to be 7. And this number needs to be 7. So then the final answer is this stuff right here. 12C7. I knew that x squared had to be the 5th power, the 3 has to be the 7. Those two have to add up to 12, and the 7s, those two things will always match. Can somebody turn to the worksheet? I just want to make sure one of the problems in the worksheets. Good.
Good fun.
We're good.
Good fun.
All right.
Can you go back?
Five. Said that.
Can you go back to that one?
You can.